You know that sound, right? That soft, vibrating rumble of a cat curled up on your lap? It feels like the universal signal for a happy, content animal. It's cozy, it's comforting, and it really feels like the ultimate sign of love. But what if I told you that sound isn't always what you think it is? We're just so conditioned to believe that a purring cat is a perfectly happy cat. I mean, why wouldn't we be? But what if, in some cases, they're actually using that sound to hide something? What if that purr is actually a quiet plea for help? Because sometimes that familiar rumble we love so much is a sign of distress. It's a way for your cat to self-soothe through pain or anxiety. The thing is, they are quietly begging for our help, and most of us, well, we're completely missing the signs. Okay, so let's dive into the first one, a scenario that I am almost positive many of you have experienced. It's that moment that feels like a total betrayal, but it's really just a complete misunderstanding. Picture this. You're sitting there, everything feels just perfect. Your cat is purring like a little engine, you're petting them, and then, bam, out of nowhere, they whip around and bite you. It feels so personal, right? Like you did something terribly wrong. But the truth is, you just didn't know when to stop. And this isn't just your cat having a random mood swing. It's an actual physical reaction. A cat's nerve receptors can get so overwhelmed by repeated petting that what starts out as feeling good literally turns into irritation. It even has a name. Researchers call it petting-induced aggression. And here's the thing, your cat almost always warns you before the bite happens. The problem is we get so lost in that comforting sound of the purr that we completely miss these super important physical cues. A twitching tail, ears that start to flatten just a bit, or a little ripple in the skin along their back, all of those are signs that are screaming, okay, I've had enough now. So what do? Well, the fix is actually incredibly simple. You just have to become a better observer. Keep your putting sessions on the shorter side, and the moment you see any of those warning signs, just stop. Take your hands away and let your cat be the one to decide if and when they want more affection. Now let's move on to our next purr. And this one is a lot more serious. This is when your cat is purring not because they're comfortable, but because something inside their body quietly hurts. This is the one that really breaks most owners' hearts when they finally figure it out. See, in the wild, showing any sign of pain or weakness makes you an easy target for predators, so cats have evolved to be absolute masters at hiding it. They will literally suffer in silence, using that low-frequency purr to soothe themselves. They'll eat normally, they'll walk normally, and they'll act completely fine, all while they might be dealing with really serious issues like arthritis, super painful dental problems, or even urinary tract infections. That purr is their coping mechanism. So how in the world are you supposed to spot it? The biggest giveaway is an unexpected reaction. If your purring cat suddenly flinches, hisses, or even bites when you touch a specific area they normally love having scratched, like their back or near their tail, that is a massive red flag. Please don't just write it off as a bad mood. The fix here is totally non-negotiable. If you see this happen, take note of exactly where they're sensitive and book a visit with your vet right away. You could be catching a hidden illness before it gets much, much worse. All right, on to our third hidden meaning. This purr isn't about physical touch or physical pain. This one is all about emotional and environmental anxiety. So you might find your cat tucked away in a corner, purring quietly, and you'll think, oh, they're just having a cozy little nap. But they might actually be trying to calm their own frazzled nerves. To a cat, their environment is everything. So when you move their favorite blanket or throw out that nasty old cardboard box they love, you're not just cleaning. You're basically destroying a safe space they've carefully marked with their own scent. And look, this isn't just an opinion. A study from the Journal of Feline Medicine and Surgery actually confirms that changing a cat's environment is a major, major cause of anxiety. That quiet purr might be their only tool to cope with feeling like their entire sense of security just got yanked out from under them. The solution here is to start thinking a little more like a cat. Respect the spots they've claimed as their own. If you absolutely have to move things around, try to do it gradually. And always make sure you provide new alternative safe spaces, like a new box or a covered bed, to help them adjust. Now we come into our fourth and final purr. And honestly, this one might be the most heartbreaking of them all, because it's something almost every single cat owner misses. You look at your super low-maintenance cat, right? The one who sleeps all day and seems perfectly chill, maybe purring softly when you walk by, you think they found some kind of inner peace. But there's a really good chance they've just given up. They're not content. They are mentally starving. You have to remember, cats are predators. Their entire brain is built around this one sequence: to stalk, to chase, to pounce, and to catch. When that deep, natural instinct is never, ever activated, especially for indoor cats, something just quietly breaks down inside. They can become really anxious and depressed. And the fix for this is so much simpler than you think. Just 15 minutes. That's it. 15 minutes a day of real interactive play with something like a wand toy can fulfill that entire hunting sequence. It can absolutely transform your cat's mood and energy, and you'll probably uncover a personality you didn't even know was in there. So, we've just decoded 4 very different types of purrs that have absolutely nothing to do with happiness. The key takeaway from all of this is that you need to shift from just hearing your cat to truly seeing them. Remember, a purr is never just a purr. Think of it as one piece of data. To understand the real message, you have to look at the whole picture: their body tension, what their tail and ears are doing, and what's happening in their environment. That's how you go from just being a cat owner to becoming a cat translator. Your cat is communicating with you all the time in so many unspoken ways. And taking the time to understand their silent language is pretty much the ultimate act of love. So the next time you hear that familiar rumble, just take a closer look. What is your cat really trying to say?